Hello and welcome back to my house build video series. This is Shailesh building a house in Skurup, which is in the southern part of Sweden. It's been quite a while since my last video. The last 2 months has been like driving in a super slow moving traffic with a lot of traffic jams, but finally the foundation is complete now. In this video I'll describe the remaining steps in the foundation process. The next step after the fine demarcation was to prepare the drainage surface. After the required amount of soil was excavated, a geotextile cloth was laid. On top of it, a layer of coarse macadam was laid. Then, a layer of finer macadam was laid. The macadam layers are compacted using a 500 kilo compacting machine. Drainage pipes are also laid all around the foundation. The pipes are covered in the macadam and geotextile cloth is wrapped around it. The pipes have small holes that let water in. The drainage pipes are also connected to a drainage well, and then that is connected to the municipality drainage pipes. Every site has a drainage well. All these methods help keep the water and the moisture away from the foundation. The next step was to lay out the insulation elements. A formwork was built aligning the pink threads around the perimeter. Insulation elements made up of cellular plastic EPS were laid out. They are available in different densities. The edges where the foundation beams were to be cast have a density of S300 and the other ones in the middle have a density of S100. The total insulation is about 400 mm. Normally about 300 mm is used. I went a bit extra with the insulation. Water inlet, sewage pipes, electricity and fiber pipes were also laid out before finishing up the last piece of the insulation. Next, it was to lay out the underfloor heating cables. The pipe holders are placed at equal distances. The pipes are clicked onto the plastic pipe holders. The pipes start from the underfloor heating distributor and loop back to it. The plastic covered thing that you see in the video is the underfloor heating distributor. A pressure test is also performed after laying out the cables. The next step is the reinforcement. It is known in Swedish as armering. The steel reinforcements mesh were built according to the construction drawings. The places where the load-bearing walls will come up will have about 200 mm concrete and the remaining will have about 100 mm concrete. The edge beams will be filled fully with concrete. It is usually at this stage that there needs to be a mandatory inspection from the control inspector, that is the control ansvarig. He visited the site a few days early when the reinforcement were not fully complete. He was okay with the site inspection and did not see any major deviations. I also had a third-party inspector inspect the work that was done so far, since I was not completely sure of how the foundation contractor had done it. He did inspect and found about 2 major deviations. One was that the reinforcement distance were actually not followed according to the drawing, but then it was corrected back. The other major problem that he found was with the sit-out place that you see here. I've explained the problem in detail in my blog. If you want to read through it, I'll leave the links in the description. And the final step is pouring the concrete slab. We had to find a good appropriate day for casting the concrete because some days it was raining and a few other days the temperature was very low. The yellow instrument that you see in the video is the leveling laser, I suppose. The measurement that is configured to the machine is, I suppose, the färdig grundheight, the finished floor height. This is one part of the machine, whereas the other part of the machine is being held by a person who is working on the slab. The The yellow color thing that you see, the flat surface, that's the other part of it, and it beeps when the cast surface is matching the measurement that is configured on the leveling laser. I think it took about 2 to 3 concrete trucks for the entire slab. There was a little bit of snowing the next day, and this is how the slab looks after a few days of drying. That's it for the foundation part of it. The next big step is the CLT installation. It was supposed to happen in the week 50 of this year, but it's been delayed due to various reasons, and now it's targeted for January 1st week. That will be another exciting piece. Hopefully everything works out and the measurements that are on the slab fits properly. Fingers crossed.